Alaska Airlines Flight Change Policy. Alaska Airlines Flight Change Overview. Book Alaska Airlines flight or call to quickly fare comparison if you need to change your Alaska Airlines reservations. Here are a few things you'll need to know. No change fees will apply, but a difference in fare may be charged for your new flights. As per Alaska Airlines no-show policy, you must change or cancel your reservation before your flight departs in order to receive future travel credit. Same-day confirmed changes can be made during the check-in window. A $25 to $50 fee will apply, but no difference in fare is charged. Saver fares cannot be changed. Saver fares purchased on or after May 1, 2021, may only be cancelled under our 24-hour cancellation policy. Saver fares purchased through April 30, 2021, may be cancelled under our Peace of Mind waiver for future travel credit. Alaska Airlines 24 Hours Flight Change. Alaska Airlines 24 Hours Flight Change policy permits passengers to make changes within 24 hours of purchasing the airline tickets free of charge. No Alaska Airlines change fee is applicable in this period since it is called a risk-free cancellation period. This policy permits passengers to change their flights free of cost. At the same time, if the passengers choose to cancel the flight, they can receive the full value of their refundable flight ticket. Alaska Airlines Same-Day Change. Alaska Airlines has changed its same-day change policy, at least for elite members. Gold and 75K Elite can now change their flights 24 hours before departure. The old rules apply still to everyone else. Requests for changes can only be made 6 hours prior to the flight being requested. In addition, routing rules have not changed. I first noticed this change on a CPDX-PHX flight and thought it was a glitch because of my non-stop Seattle-Portland flight within the reservation. However, I noticed it again when checking in for my return flight Phoenix-Seattle. It turns out that the website is out of date and the new policy allows elites to change their flight during check-in, meaning up to 24+ hours before the desired flight. We understand that the mishappening comes unannounced, for which we have the flight change policy for our passengers. The terms and conditions of Alaska Airlines same-day flight change policy have been listed below. The passengers have the flexibility of changing their flight prior to 24 hours of the scheduled departure. Exchanging the ticket facility with a flight ticket of the exact same day is also available. The passengers who wish to travel a bit earlier can enjoy this perk hassle-free. Please keep in mind that the Saver Fare ticket holders are not allowed to have same-day flight changes. The passengers can be charged $25 or $50 according to the terms and conditions mentioned in the change section. We suggest you have a glance at the change section for a brief knowledge of the chargeable fee. The passengers are requested to understand that we are willing to provide the best service possible, and we do not claim that the exchange procedure is exhaustive in all terms. The exchange ticket policy is totally based on the vacancy of the seats at the very moment. To make it easier for you, let us apprise you that the exchange ticket policy is more flexible in the off-season. Apart from Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year, we can affirm that the chances of exchanging the flight ticket are high. We suggest you make an early call for this procedure in order to avoid disappointment. You can also be self-reliant by simply checking the availability of the seats online prior to making an exchange request. Alaska Airlines same-day changes are $50 for all ticket types, not including Saver tickets, with the exception of those whose travel is entirely within the state of California, in which case the fee is $25. If you hold MVP Gold or MVP Gold 75K status with Alaska Airlines, or your travel itinerary is wholly within the state of Alaska, the same-day change fee will be waived. Keep in mind that same-day changes are subject to availability for seats in the same cabin. However, you will only be charged the fee if you get a seat. If there is no availability, you won't be charged for being on same-day standby. Alaska Airlines provides a flight change on same-day policy for its passengers as listed below. Passengers of Alaska Airlines are allowed to make changes on a flight within 24 hours of the original departure time. Passengers on Alaska Airlines can change to earlier flights by an exchange on their tickets of the same day of the departure. The exchange in tickets on Alaska Airlines change flights within 24 hours is dependent primarily on the availability of seats. The Alaska Airline cost to change flight depends on as described in the change fee section as $25 or $50. Alaska Airline Flight Change Rules. Alaska Airline Flight Change Policy states the various charge fee that may include while you are making alterations in your flight. The change in flight fee of Alaska Airlines depends on the fare of your booked ticket and the fare difference if there is any. On your new reservation, if the purchased ticket fare is low, Alaska Airlines will either refund or credit for travel in the future by going through ticket rules. Note on the point that there are no changes permitted to passengers who are on saver fare to make changes outside the 24-hour flight change policy. Alaska Airlines come with a no-show policy where you won't get any credit or refund if you don't make changes or inform the airlines to make changes in the allotted time before your flight departure. Cost to change Alaska Airline flight. Passengers must know the fact that the change in flight fee on Alaska Airlines is directly based on the type of fare. Alaska Airlines fees for changing flight is applied to the changes made on each person. Alaska Airlines flight change price is not at a fixed rate. Alaska Airlines flight change cost may vary occasionally. Here it is mentioned how much is it to change a flight on Alaska Airlines. Alaska Airlines flight change fee for all class types on same-day changes is $50. The cost to change a flight on Alaska Airlines for all class types within Alaska on the same day is $25. Change fee is $125 as the standard fee for non-refundable tickets, and it's free for refundable tickets. The difference in fare may also apply. Alaska change flight date. As per Alaska Airlines date change policy, passengers can alter their date of travel, 11 months from the original travel date in either direction, without paying any Alaska Airlines change fee. However, passengers would be responsible for the fare difference if opt for a flight that has a higher fare value than the existing one. Saver fares by Alaska Airlines are not eligible for making any changes to the saver fare. Passengers can only cancel their reservation under Alaska Airlines 24-hour change policy, and claim a full refund. Can I change my flight time on Alaska Airline? Yes. A passenger can make changes with Alaska Airlines to change flight time. Follow through the steps for how to change flight time on Alaska on your flight travel. The travel itinerary changes on time can be made on Manage Booking tab and then proceed to the Change Flight option on the website of Alaska Airline or by direct contacting Alaska Airlines Change Flight phone number customer service. How do I fly standby on Alaska Airlines? Follow these steps to fly standby on Alaska Airlines. Same-day standby may be requested during check-in. While you're checking in for your flight using Alaska Online Check-in, Mobile App Check-in, or one of the airport kiosks, choose Change Flight to request standby. Standby requests must be made prior to the departure of your original flight. Same-day standby can also be requested at the airport. If you're at the airport and decide to fly standby, see one of Alaska's customer service agents to get your name added to the standby list. Standby requests must be made prior to the departure of your original flight. Head to the gate for your chosen standby flight as early as possible. Keep in mind that seat availability for same-day standby travel will not be known until 30 minutes before the flight departs. During that time, be sure to stay in the boarding area, wait for your name to be called, and respond right away when the gate agent calls your name. Thanks for watching.